Everybody keep rapping you different. It's just out the streets, but I wouldn't. You was dropping my we went missing. Tell mama I got it, yeah, I'm moving different. Swear to God, yeah, this shit ain't better. I know Didi, he bought it forever. If I call him Melly, what's up, but brother? Got a 30 that's under my sweater.
Hey, what's good, LSG? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're gonna be reacting to something way different. It's not a music video, it's not a song, but it is a documentary, I guess. It's the disturbing world of YNW Melly and now facing the death penalty, man. So this came out like I think before the trial, so you know it's not as accurate anymore, but we're still gonna react to it because I just want to see what this Patrick CC guy says. I fuck with his content, you know. I mean, I watched him before, so yeah, man. But y'all seen this shit firsthand. We're gonna react to this shit, just see what's good. I've been following the Melly trial since it started, all that shit, so let's get it.
YNW Melly has been in jail for the last 1,438 days. For 4 years, the world has been wondering if the rapper is in fact guilty of premeditated murder, with the victims being his two best friends that he has known since elementary school. As of right now, the death penalty is a potential fate for him. But just before he got arrested, he released his collaboration with Kanye West that skyrocketed his fame. He had multiple songs generating millions of views and streams, and was on his way to being the next SoundCloud superstar. When the news broke that he was being investigated, people started to scrutinize him. His lyrics were shockingly descriptive. His interviews may have had clues that could tie him to this crime.
My bad.
His life in jail for the past 4 years has been rough, where he's being subject to inhumane treatment and borderline torture from the jail guards. As of today, tie him to this crime. His life in jail for the past 4 years has been rough, where he's being subject to inhumane treatment and borderline.
Yeah, they're treating him like shit in there. I mean, I know what he's in there for, right? But it's already been said that the Parkland shooter, you know, Nicholas Cruz, he has better conditions than Melly does. And he killed, how many people? 17? He killed 17, injured another 17, and Melly might have killed 2. Might have. So I don't know what the fuck going on, but that's ridiculous. They're in the same jail too, so.
And torture from
or they were at one point.
The jail guards. As of today, YNW Melly is not guilty, but since we have not heard his defense yet, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, alright, they're flipping the narrative, right? It's supposed to be you're innocent until proven guilty, but when it comes to this shit, he's guilty until proven innocent. You know what I mean? And I think that's ridiculous. That's not fair. He deserves the same as everybody else. You know what I mean? Because he's being treated way different for no fucking reason. You heard? So apparently he has his own cell block. 50 cells all to himself. But I don't even know if he gets to, like, you know, have the whole place to himself like that just because. Or he can, like, or he has to stay in his cell. But I mean, he probably has to stay in his cell. But there's 50 cells. He gets the whole thing to himself. Nobody's there. That's crazy. And, like, he doesn't have a cell door. He just has 2 guards on his ass. And a lot of people are like, oh, he's a rapper. You know, he needs to have, like, some sort of security thing. And, you know, they have him by himself so no one gets it. Nah, that's not what it is, man. They're just trying to break him down so then, like, you know, it's easier to convict him and give him life or the death penalty.
Hard to imagine his innocence. Jamel Demons, yes, that's his real name, was born to
It's not his real name. It's Demons or Demons. It's not fucking Demons, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Mother Jamie Demons King when she was just 14 years old. The teenager and her mother raised the boy at the
14 is crazy, ain't gonna lie.
Orangewood Park Apartments in Gifford, Florida. In kindergarten, Jamel met his first friend, Christopher Thomas, who we now know as YNW Juvie.
So then when I walk in the kindergarten room, I see him, then he just started smiling and dancing, so it just made me happy. Now I want to be here.
Since his mother was so young, they moved around to various projects up and down eastern Florida. He still doesn't know who his father is. Jamie says her son was a great kid, quiet.
Isn't, like, apparently, I don't know, it was proven and also wasn't proven that his dad is Dante the Gift Taylor or something like that. Because I know that Jamie, Melly's mom, went live the other day, a couple of days ago, and she was saying, I don't know who this guy is pretending to be Melly's dad. I don't know if she was talking about Dante or somebody else, but then also there's like a it was written down somewhere of an interrogation or something where she was asked who Melly's dad was, and she said Dante. So I don't really know, to be honest.
Smiley, loved to sing and dance, but Melly admits he had a dark side to him. One that he discovered when
everybody has some sort of dark side to them, so I don't know what you're talking about.
He was just 9 years old.
He had a little couch with a whole bunch of toys and shit under it, and like I seen a toy gun. I was just playing with that bitch, like, pew, pew.
Then Melly discovers his uncle's real gun.
When I rolled, I hit my head under the couch. When I hit my head under the couch, I stayed there for a little bit. I seen some shit shining. It was a 22 revolver, a real gun.
Oh shit.
I'm a kid though, so I just walk out the house and I shot that bitch. And I couldn't hear out my ear for like a week.
Damn.
But then I was like,
Is that a Draco
damn,
right there?
It's a real gun, you know what I'm saying? If you up that bitch at it.
Yeah, damn, man. 38 revolver. Those things are loud as fuck. Bro, he said he was 9 years old. Damn.
Nigga and bust his ass. That's his soul and that, like, it's death in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is up this motherfucker in your ass. Just you disappear, bitch.
Nah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, here's the thing though, bro. He says some questionable ass shit. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? But
Real
like,
shit.
but you gotta separate the art from the artist, because that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They just like, you know what I mean? I feel like just because, like, you know, people see Melly, he has all these tattoos and he has these other personalities and shit, people think that he's like some, you know, crazy ass dude. And I mean, he very well could be, but people just judge him immediately instead of, like, you know, really looking into it. You heard?
I like how them bitches look, for real. I'm in love with them bitches.
Before Melly was 10 years old, he was infatuated with the power of having a weapon. In 7th grade, he brought a very large knife to school and threatened to unalive himself and another girl.
I remember
It's
that.
pretty clear this young man
He said he brought a large knife. Yo.
to school and threatened with the power of having a weapon. In 7th grade, he brought a very large knife to school and threatened to unalive himself and another girl.
That's crazy.
It's pretty clear this young man was very deeply disturbed at a young age. Shifting his focus towards music was productive for him. In 8th grade, he recorded his first song.
Niggas be tripping, but never be body. You keep talking all this shit, and I'm a happy rockin' Prada. You's a punk nigga.
Hashtag don't judge.
In 2015, YNW was formed. Jamel went by Melly, Christopher went by Juvie, Anthony Williams went by Sack Chaser. The rap crew started releasing.
Oh, and apparently YNW was actually started by Melly, Jay Green, and then Juvie, I thought. But I know that Jay Green was there too. But let's look it up. Let's fact check right now. Oops. Let's do founded. YNW. Let's see. It says Melly, Beastline. Nah, that's not. Nah. Melly, Sack Chaser, and Beastline. What? Nah. Cause I know that that Juvie founded that shit. I mean, not Juvie. Jay Green. I mean, I know I heard that shit somewhere. Oh, I heard that from Juvie Dad. Juvie Dad said that. So I don't know.
Music consistently on SoundCloud in mid-2015 and quickly gained support from their classmates. But at the start of 10th grade, Melly caught his first case for firing a weapon at...
Yo, I'm sorry, man. But when he has the grills in, bro, he just looks so funny, bro.
3 upperclassmen in a school zone. Demons
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. That case was stupid.
was charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly
Let me know if y'all want me to react to the interrogation footage of that. I'll gladly do that.
weapon and 1 count of discharging a firearm in public. This got him expelled from school and locked up for 1 year at age 16. It was during this time that Melly decided to take his music career very seriously, so he got to work.
I just call sometime I'll be home soon. It won't be long, I promise. I will be okay.
Clearly, Melly had a gift. He has a very unique, raspy, yet deep cadence, and naturally
Yeah, he really does have like a very, very unique voice, bro. I love him. I love Melly's voice. You know, he like has natural auto-tune. Like, it's crazy.
knows how to control his pitch. He spent his days behind bars writing love songs and murder ballads.
Girl, you know I love it when I'm next to you.
Riding through the 772.
When he got released around October of 2016,
The
he released his
feelings
track
that I got for you is true. So baby, let me cater to you.
772 Love, which gained a lot of local support and some online buzz. He then previewed another track that he wrote behind bars that would end up changing his life.
Can't get rolled roll no weed.
Oh, it's the old version of Murder My Mind.
I ain't get to roll no switches. I was locked up on Christmas. I ain't get to see my niggas.
Melly knew this track, Murder on My Mind, was going
That's
to be
me.
a big one. He eventually recorded the song on a whole new beat with a faster tempo and released it in March of 2017. This is where Melly started taking his social media presence very seriously, focusing on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Since he was on parole from his previous bid, the judge actually used this song as a violation of his parole because of
Yeah, that's stupid. I just talked about that, man. They're using this shit against him. That's not fair.
its detailed lyrics of Melly fantasizing about murdering people, and thus he got locked up again. Now, using song lyrics to incriminate someone
It's not fantasizing, bro. Don't use that word, because that makes it different. Nah.
is illegal in some states, and a lot of people like to make the argument that it's just art, which is definitely true.
I just
But
said
Melly,
that.
even outside of his music, has made multiple questionable statements that are too dark to
Yeah, but what if they're just about a character? You heard? So, like, what if, just the character of Melly? You know what I'm saying? Because he has the different personalities. You never know.
ignore. It was during this second confinement where he really started to generate a following. It's unclear how much time he spent locked up, but he was now 17 years old, and around October of 2017, his team was promoting a hashtag Free YNW Melly campaign. His family and friends even produced and filmed an entire music video for his song 772 Love,
Yeah, that music video was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I seen that shit before.
which now has over 40 million views on YouTube. Upon his release in March of 2018, he was starting to explode. He immediately dropped a music for Melly the Menace and did a number of live performances in Florida. His fame
That's Juvie right there.
was leveling up. He released Blue Balenciagas, which would go on to do
I saw that. I know I got blood on Blue Balenciagas.
70 million
I love that song.
views. Released a track called Butter Pecan, and he was traveling around the country
White
and enjoying
goop butter
his freedom.
pecan.
All the while,
Big, big.
Murder on My Mind was generating millions of views, and rap fans around the world were catching on to the YNW Melly wave. In
His
fact,
background music is hard.
a lot of artists like Young Thug, Lil Durk, T Grizzly, and Uzi were
Free
big
Durk,
fans
man.
of Melly before most other normal fans caught on. He was a lot of artists' favorite artist. Right after his 18th
Here's the thing about Melly's case, right? So here's what I'm saying, right? So apparently I've been looking at the camera. I should be looking like a little bit above it, I think, or is it below it? I don't know. I'm trying to look somewhere, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give one fuck if he did that shit or not. I say free Melly. Juvie's dad got mad at me for this shit, but I say free Melly just cause I love his music and I want him home. I want more music. It's like, we didn't get like a full project in like about 4 almost 5 years. Whoa, 2021 was 5 years ago. I don't like that. But that what was that one called? What was Melly's last album called? Just a Matter of Slime. Yeah, we ain't got nothing since then. So I want some new music. You know what I mean? And I just fuck with him. You know what I mean? So like that's why I be saying that shit. I'm not saying free him because he did it or if he did it. I'm not saying that, it's a good thing that he did it. You know what I mean? So people just be, trying to twist my shit, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I want him free because I want some more music, man. So that's why I be saying free Melly, though.
birthday, he got arrested again for possession of marijuana, possession of weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon, and drug paraphernalia. Cortland Henry, aka YNW Bortland, Melly's
Free board, man. Free board.
longtime friend, was also arrested for possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon. They both posted bonds and were released the following day. With murder on
Wait.
My mind
Hold on. So listen, when they first got arrested for the murder, right? The murders, in February or March or whatever. I think Melly was February. Was Bortland in March or February too? I don't know. But Bortland was on house arrest first, and Melly went straight to jail. But Bortland was on house arrest after they captured him, right? So, but that was because Bortland was never arrested before and had never been to jail. None of that shit. So that's why they gave him that. But Melly had been arrested before, so that's why they let him go to jail, and Bortland got to stay home. But right here it says convicted felon. I'm not good with none of this. I'm not good with none of that shit. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, but if you're a felon, that means you got arrested, right? Or that means like you did something or whatever, right? you committed a felony, right? Which is illegal, which gets you arrested, right? So I don't know why I'd be saying that.
Bloating.
I don't know what I'm talking about for real. It's just something I'm saying.
It was time for him to record a music video, and it's too graphic for me to even show. But he visually
It's not even that fucking graphic.
depicts the
I mean, it is, but it's not. You know what I mean?
aftermath of a crime scene where he shot a friend and the friend slowly dies in his arms. These lyrics have been psychoanalyzed, and even though he wrote this song many years ago, the song may have shockingly foreshadowed real events.
I mean, maybe, but like, there was no motive. Why the fuck would he have done that? You know what I'm saying? Like, no reason, bro. So there's like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't even mean to shoot him, he just caught me by surprise. I reloaded my pistol, cocked it back, and shot him twice. His body dropped down to the floor and he got teardrops in his eyes. He grabbed me by my hands and said he was afraid to die. I told him, "It's too late, my friend, it's time to say goodbye," and he died inside my arms. In his first interview with No Jumper, his whole demeanor was strange, but he revealed something very interesting.
So what you got tattooed on your face? Tell me about it a little bit.
Ain't no way he's using this video. Come on, bro. Stop fucking. This dude's like definitely not on Melly's side. Like, he's just trying to act all this shit. Stupid.
What? On my face?
Yeah. We got the heart on this side. All right. What's that say above your eyebrow on that side?
Which side?
Oh, either one. What's it?
No.
Yeah, you see how long it's taking him? He like looks kind of over it. Look at this.
Oh, either one. What's it?
See?
No. No, I got Sat Chase right
He's
here.
like, wait. I don't know, man. He could have been just been nervous. It could have been a lot of things.
That's my brother and my twin.
Okay.
I got Juvie.
Juvie?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Just a lot of your friends who passed?
Yeah. Nah, them my niggas right there.
Oh, okay.
My brothers right there.
My bad. I wouldn't get none of
Right
my friends
there.
tattooed on my face until they died.
Yeah.
I'm not a
shit.
good friend like
I'd do the same thing, after they died. Yeah.
you are, apparently.
But listen, like it was kind of
So
weird.
Melly
Hold
has
on,
his two
hold on,
best
shut
friends'
the
name
fuck
tattooed.
up, bro. Here's the thing, though. Like, why'd he not have? Why'd he just have their names on his face? He didn't have Portland or Jay Green or his brother, like none of that. I know he has his mama on his neck and he has Sack Mama on his neck. So it says Jamie and Jana, right? He got Sack Chase up here, Juvie right here. I don't know.
On his face. These types of tattoos are
But they were his best friends. They weren't like, you know what I'm saying?
usually to commemorate lost ones, but in this case, they are alive and well for now. As Melly was finishing up his album We All Shine, one of Kanye West's writers, Sci-Hi the Prince, showed him Melly's music. Ye flew him out to LA to work on music, and when he got there, they had a
Yo, I can't when Melly's smiling with the girls in, bro. He looking so funny.
pretty funny first meeting.
I was eating a pickle in his refrigerator. When I turned around, all I heard was, "Who pickle them is?" Then I was like, "Oh shit, that's Kanye. What the fuck?" Then he was like, "Hell yeah, how long the pickles been in there?" I'm like, "I don't know." I smashed that. Then he came and he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna touch those."
Bro, he's like this crazy ass kid just pull up in my house, eat my pickles and shit.
Then he came and he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna touch those."
So Melly, his manager 100K Track, and Kanye are in the studio for 2 hours listening to music until he asks Melly to play some of his songs, and this is what happened.
Then we play Mixed Personalities, and he goes crazy. He's like, "Bruh, this is me. This is Ye. This is Kanye. This is Yeezy. This is
Get the fuck out of here, academics, bro. Nobody like your bitch ass.
me." And he's like, I'm like, damn. So
Yo, spam fuck act in the chat right now.
me and Mel looking at each other like, damn, he fuck with it. He like, "Bruh, I want to jump on this."
This is me. This
Right.
is easy.
He said, "I want to jump on this." But then after I told him no, he was like, "Damn, why?" I was like, "Because we about to drop it. We're in the process." He's like, "Bro, whatever I got to do, I'll get it done, like to be on the record, like, because this is really me."
Yeah, I mean, he flew you out there. You should have just gave him the song immediately. Like the fuck. I mean, I definitely would. Hey, all right, listen. If Ye flew me out right now, and I played a song, like what's my last song I dropped? I don't know. I have a couple songs I'm about to drop. So I got what's that one song? Damn, what the fuck is it called? Oh, one more chance, baby, give me one more chance. Cause baby, you're my life and I'm in a trance. So yeah, one more chance. So say that I'm about to drop one more chance, cause I am about to, right? So say I'm about to drop it in like a couple weeks or whatever, and I get a call from somebody and they say, "Ye about to fly me out." Ye flies me out. I get there and I play him the song, and he fucks with it. I'm gonna give it to him. You know what I mean? Just cause like returning the favor of him flying me out there, but also cause it's Ye. The fuck.
Like I'm feeling a connection to it.
Kanye resonated with the mixed personalities track, most likely because of his struggles with bipolar disorder, which Melly also admits he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. They came together, filmed a music video with Cole Bennett, and it would ultimately get released. This is only the second SoundCloud artist that Ye collaborated with.
That music video was wild. I fucked with it. I ain't gonna lie, I really did.
Before Donda. The other one was Lil Pump. So Melly
Yo, I
just
forgot about that video.
secured a
I love it.
ticket to
such a
superstardom
fucking
with that
hoe.
feature.
I
But
love
just
it.
when things were looking great, a very, very dark day was around the corner. On October 26, 2018, YNW Bortland, whose real name is Cortland Henry, shows up to Memorial Miramar Hospital with 2 dead bodies in his car. The victims were both on the right side, front and back seat. They were the bodies of Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas, aka YNW Juvie, Melly's 2 childhood friends. The vehicle had 8 shots on the right side and 1 through the back window.
Hold on. There's like all kinds of shit. I'll probably react to the Jacoby Mills shit. I don't know if I'm gonna or not. I watched the Jacoby Mills video already though, the interrogation. He said that Sack Chaser, right here, this is Sack Chaser right here, you can see the name. Sack Chaser raped Melly and, was like an asshole, like did all kinds of horrible shit to Melly and was just a piece of shit basically. And he said it, like, I mean, he kind of deserved it, is what they said, is what he said. And even the fucking interrogator, what the fuck's his name? The detective, Detective Moretti said he's like, yeah, Sack was an asshole. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're like, bro, you're the fucking detective. You're not the friend. You don't know this dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, he that's not professional. You heard? But I don't know if I believe the shit about Sack or not. I ain't gonna lie. But if he did that shit, I mean, honestly, bro, I mean, he might have deserved it. I ain't gonna lie, cause I don't fuck with none of that shit. But then people were saying that Juvie, like, he was killed for no reason. He didn't deserve that shit. But they said that because they said that Melly was trying to kill Sack, but then they knew that Juvie would snitch, so they had to Melly had to take him out too. That's what people saying. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to believe that Melly did that shit. You heard? Let me know in the comments down below who you think did it. You think it was Melly? You think it was Bortland? You think it was a drive-by? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm curious.
2 childhood friends. The vehicle had 8 shots on the right side and 1 through the back window. The police asked what happened, and Bortland said they were victims of a drive-by shooting. He said he left the New Era recording studio in Fort Lauderdale, drove west on 595, then south on 75, and exited on Miramar Parkway heading west. He said on Southwest 160th, a vehicle passed by on his right side and started shooting. He ducked down to avoid being shot, and when he sat up, he saw his friends bleeding out, so he drove to the hospital, which was conveniently right around the corner.
Bro, you know how scary that shit would be? Like, you're getting shot, you look up, and, like, you just see these dudes, like, obliterated, like, their heads are just, like, destroyed. Both of them got shot in the head, basically. Sack Chaser got shot in the back, the left back of his head. It went out the front right of his forehead and out the window. And then Juvie, who was right behind him, he got shot, like, in his left cheek or something like that. He got shot in his cheek, and then he apparently put his hand up to, like, block his face, and it hit his thumb and his face or some shit. So they both got hit in the head. So these guys, like, their heads are, like, obliterated, and you're just sitting there and you're driving. Like, that would be terrifying. That would be fucking, like, I would never be able to recover from that shit.
After this report, the detectives and officers shut down the crime scene and walked.
And I saw the pictures of the inside of the car. There was so much blood. Like, but it's been about 7 years. It just turned 7 years. And so it's mostly dried up. But there was a lot of blood, bro. Like, there was, like, Sprite cans and water bottles, Gatorade bottles just covered in blood. I'm just like, ugh,
12
man.
blocks on foot. Not a single report of gunshots, nor evidence of a shooting was found. Bortland was tested for gunshot residue on his hands, but came back negative.
He came back positive, actually, at some point. Watch the trial, dumbass. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this shit was before the trial. That's right.
Roommate
But it was confirmed that, you know, there was definitely a little bit on his hands.
Dontavius Withers of Sack Chaser and Juvie was questioned by the police since he lived at their last known address. He said there were 2 cars when they left the studio, a gray Jeep, which is where the murder took place in, and a red Mitsubishi, which Withers said that he and Melly were in. He said he went straight home and found out later that his roommates were dead and didn't know where Melly was. But it was later proven that Withers lied about the situation. Before police showed up, he was with Melly at Fredo Bang's house. Withers changed his story and said that Melly was in the Jeep when they left the studio, but then got into the Mitsubishi around Sheridan Ave when Withers Snapchatted him to pick him up. Police obtained security footage from the manager of the recording studio, which proved Melly left in the gray Jeep. He got into the back left seat. Remember, victims were in the front right and back right seats. Cell phone records show that Withers went straight home without stopping, so Melly never entered the Mitsubishi. When police investigated the Jeep, they found one .40 caliber.
Wait, hold on. Does the what's it called? Does the Jeep have 3 rows? Because listen, what if Melly got in that left door, right, in the left door, but then got into the back? So, right, he got into the left back seat door. What if he went back? What if he went behind Juvie? Because people say, like, it was a left shot. Melly was in the back seat and went right to Juvie, like this, right? But what if he was behind Juvie? I think it's a Jeep Compass, probably, like, around the same year. So, let's look it up, see how many roads there are, bro. We're doing our research. I think it was a Trailhawk. I ain't gonna lie. Was this right here? Let's get a back picture. Actually, let's look it up. Hold on. What year was YNW Melly Jeep Compass? All right. Let's see. Okay, so it was a 2018 model. Let's see. I remember it being a Trailhawk. It says it on the seats. Okay, it's 2 rows. 5 passengers. 2 in the front and 3 in the back. So yeah, that wouldn't have been how it's supposed to be. Would it really be 5 though? Damn. Okay, then never mind.
Shell casing on the floorboards where Melly was sitting. It was inside a white plastic bag. If this was a drive-by, there would not be shell casings inside of the car. This supports evidence that shots occurred from inside of the car. Police were able to obtain T-Mobile cell phone records that track their locations minute by minute. These records show that Melly, Bortland, Sack, and Juvie were all in the car together at the time of the murder. They did confirm that the Jeep exited on Miramar Parkway, but
yeah, the phones say that, but what if, like, you know what I mean? Like, what if, all right, they said, all right, I think 2 or 3 people out of, like, the 8 of them said that Melly went into the red Mitsubishi after a little bit of driving in the Jeep. But then at that time or whatever, it says that, you know, he's tracked to be in the Jeep with Sack, Juvie, and Bortland, right? But what if he just left his phone in the Jeep when he was getting into the red Mitsubishi? You know, like what if?
Turned north on Southwest 184th and then west on Pines Boulevard at 353 and then turned back east at 406. This is enough time to make it all the way to the outskirts of the city where nothing is around and back. The cell phone records also show that they were driving around the area west of I-75 before arriving to the hospital at 435. Melly
I don't know if it's accurate, but I heard that Bortland was driving with the bodies in the car for an hour. Like I said, like, you know, they're fucked from those gunshots. And so you're just driving with these dead bodies right next to you for an hour? Nah.
Melly's cell phone was separated from the car at 4:32, just 3 minutes before the Jeep arrived to the
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this shit like itching my face bad. Alright.
hospital. This is where people are assuming that Melly and Bortland were trying to get their story straight, driving around the city, and then ultimately Melly hopped out before Bortland took them to the hospital. Melly then FaceTimed his girlfriend saying that they were a victim of a drive-by and he needed to be picked up, which confirms that he was at the scene of the crime. So police knew that there were a lot of conflicting statements from witnesses, and even some straight up lies. They needed to conduct this investigation immediately. The next day when the news broke, YNW Melly took to Instagram and Facebook to grieve publicly, claiming that they took my brothers from me over jealousy. Melly proceeded with his career as usual. He released a documentary on his YouTube channel on December 4th, which featured Sack Chaser and Juvie, and a little bit about
Let me know if you want me to react to that in the comments.
how close they were growing up. It also featured a section about how obsessed with guns Melly was. At the end of the documentary,
I mean, you know, guns are cool. He said, I like the look of them bitches, right, in that one clip. I mean, and then he said, I was in love with them bitches. That's a little much. You know what I mean? And then he also said that he took, when he was in 4th grade, he took guns with him in his lunchbox at school. That's a little, you know, that's kind of where the line crosses between, you know, just being like fucking with guns and then having them at school. That's, you know what I mean?
it stated that 4 days after the completion of this film, YNW Melly and his friends were a target of a drive-by shooting. Then the Genius video dropped of Melly explaining the lyrics to his hit song Murder on My Mind, where he describes his love for guns and says he isn't a human murderer.
I murdered a vagina and I murdered a beat. I am not no human
Yo.
murderer. I murdered a vagina and I murdered a beat. I am not no human murderer.
But on January 3rd, 2019, he was arrested in Florida on weed charges. His sinister smiling mugshot went viral. Just 3 weeks later, while he was still locked up, Mixed Personalities dropped with a Lyrical Lemonade video. This was a huge moment for Melly and Cole Bennett, as Kanye was the first veteran superstar rapper he had worked with at that point. The song
Did bro just say veteran?
went mega viral,
I didn't fucking hit that shit.
and Melly's fame exploded. This was the first time a lot of people have heard of him. He was about to become a mainstream artist, but on February 13th, just less than a month later, the investigation concluded, and a warrant for his arrest for the murder of his two friends was now official. He immediately turned himself in despite claiming his innocence. 2 weeks later, the evidence against Melly was
Yeah, you kind of gotta turn yourself in, cause like when they come after you, like it could be a lot worse, and you just don't want to run. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna make your charges worse.
released. Police discovered that YNW Bortland lied about where the crime actually took place. The police used a canine to investigate the crime scene on Southwest 160th Street, which is where he reported the drive-by happened, but the dog found nothing. Officers then investigated a more rural area that they thought maybe was
Is this real footage right here?
the crime scene, and the canine found some evidence. The dog discovered 8 .40 caliber shell casings and 2 types of glass that matched the front passenger and rear passenger window of the Jeep. So now they know the crime scene is not even close to where it was reported. This prompted them to investigate the vehicle again, and they decided to do a trajectory analysis using
I'm like hearing things. I'm like hearing people talk, like yelling up the stairs to me right now. I'm tripping.
rods and strings to determine flight paths of projectiles.
Wait, hold on. So yeah, I mean, there's the back window, so it is 2 rows. Yeah, yeah. See, look at the blood, bro. Like, yeah. Wait, hold on. So, okay. So the way your back would be on a seat, and Sack Chaser was fucking tall. He was like 6'5". So that's pretty tall. Like his head had to be over this right here. But he got shot in the back of the head. I mean, but that'd be hard to, you know, do the trajectory rods because it didn't go through the seat. So, but it went out the window. So I guess he got shot in the back too. But so like, look, so my back would, like, if I was in that seat, would be about right here or something. but because I'm 5'9", so he's like almost a foot taller than me. So it probably would have been like right here, like around his ribs, kind of.
Dials.
I mean, maybe okay. Actually, no, never mind. That's not true. I don't know how his I don't know his body shape compared to mine. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying it wasn't. That's not his head right there. That's obviously like like the middle of his back around.
And they confirmed that there is no way this could have been a
Because he was tall as shit. Zach Taser was big. Like he was really big.
drive-by shooting based on the bullet paths and the wounds suffered by the victims.
Wait, so this right here. So wouldn't that have meant that Melly got hit? Like, because Melly was right here apparently.
The police suspect that they parked the vehicle and staged a drive-by shooting before showing up to the hospital. When autopsy reports came back regarding the victim's wounds, the evidence shows the initial lethal shot occurred from inside the vehicle and was initiated from the left rear passenger side, the same position.
Yeah, but I mean, bullets, bro. Bullets, like, they ricochet. You know what I mean?
Occupied by demons, which is Melly. An intermediate wound by definition would
demons.
indicate a distance of 3 inches to 3 feet between the victim and the weapon. However, due to a 3-centimeter stippling pattern, the weapon was in a close proximity to Thomas's head. This would be a straight up execution style shot. The gunshot wounds to the back of Thomas also indicates these wounds were inflicted after he was shot in the head, as the projectiles entered Thomas's back when he was leaning to the left. Evidence from the autopsy revealed that both victims' wound paths to their heads were from a left to right direction. This direction contradicts the statements made by Henry and does not support the statements of a drive-by shooting that occurred on the right side of the vehicle. Basically, they think Melly shot both of his friends point blank. Then they drove around trying to come up with a story, then staged a drive-by to make it look more convincing. And obviously the police have garnered a lot of evidence to support that. Because of Melly's music about guns, murder...
There's not even that much evidence. Melly's gonna go to trial next month in January for the witness tampering and shit. So that's gonna be cool. I like watching the trial, man. I hope my boy Cuff Boys covers it, man. Shout out Cuff Boys. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be something. I don't know if they're gonna bring up some of the shit from the murder trial or what they're gonna. I don't really know what they're gonna do, to be honest. I'm sure they'll bring up some of it. People said that. I mean, it said that Portland's gonna be asked a couple questions. I don't know if that's for the next trial or this coming trial. I already know this shit's gonna get delayed again, man. The murder trial is in January of 2027. That's still over a year from now. Like, what the fuck? Like, but Melly's next trial is in January, so I don't know, man. I'm excited, but I know they're gonna push that shit back to October of next year or something stupid.
And admitting to having another personality, Melvin, who is reckless, unpredictable, and willing to kill. He hasn't exactly made himself seem like the most innocent man in the world. Most of his fans claim that this is just art. It's too common for rappers to make songs that glorify violence, gang activity, and all kinds of heinous crimes. This is all just
songs you see him on the roof
that glorify violence, gang activity, and all kinds of heinous crimes.
The mop, bro, come on.
This is all just for entertainment, and Melly is actually a good person. And when it comes to the music, it's hard to accuse someone of crimes based on that.
Is that Rod Wave? And is that Jay Green? Hold on, let me go back, bro.
It's actually a good person. And when it comes to...
That looks like Green, and that looks like Rod.
The music...
And that's Track right there. And obviously that's Melly.
It's hard to accuse someone of crimes based on that, but I think we can all agree some of his interviews and candid remarks about his alter ego Melvin make him look very suspicious.
It's hilarious.
Plus, surely someone wouldn't kill their best friend.
A bunch of people were like, nah, Melvin did that shit. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't really know.
Right? Well, there's absolutely nothing that indicates Melly had any beef or bad blood with Juvie, who he has known since kindergarten. However, with Sack Chase...
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a really long time. I need to go get my charger. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up, y'all boys. All right.
Sir, there is some suspicion. A video surfaced on the internet of Melly's mother saying this.
Don't ever
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
try to come for me, cause I don't even play them type of games. Like, what the fuck you got that I ain't got? Oh, you threaten me with your little gun? Bitch, I got big guns.
So she said Sack Chaser threatened her with a gun and also said that she has bigger guns. She was
See, like, yeah, there's all this shit about Sack. You know, he was sending dick pics to Melly's mom, Melly's girl. You know, like, I can see that shit, but I don't know, man.
also in one of
She got the Draco, man.
Melly's videos holding a Draco. So we can
This dude, man.
indicate
I can't.
from these that she might be into a more dangerous lifestyle than most mothers. Or maybe she was just being emotional on camera. Either way, she may have just gave the judge a reason to believe that there was a beef between Melly's mom and Sack Chaser, and that Melly would most likely defend his mother. Other than that, there isn't any strong intent for him to kill his friends, which is very important because they're trying to accuse him of premeditated murder. There are tons of rumors with very little or no evidence at all. Rumors that Sack Chaser was
Yeah, nothing points to premeditated at all. It like, if he really did do that shit, it was in the moment something happened, right?
supposed to get $200,000 when Melly signed, and
This shit's stupid. I don't want to hear it. It's bullshit. I know what he's about to say. He's about to say that Sack was supposed to get 200,000, Melly was supposed to get 200,000, and Juvie supposed to get 100,000. But not when I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And it says that Melly killed Sack Chaser and Juvie because, you know, he didn't want to give them the money and whatever. Nah, bro, Melly, bro, $500,000, right? Melly was like, there, man. Melly already had over that, man. Melly was a millionaire. Like, the fuck, bro?
he didn't want to pay him. Rumors that Sack Chaser got into a fight with Melly one time and knocked him out. Even rumors that Melly and Sack Chaser
That video right here, that's about the young boy fight. Don't even stop, bro. Stop fucking doing this. Come on.
Sack Chaser got into a fight with Melly
This guy obviously didn't do his research, bro. This guy's stupid as fuck.
one time and knocked him out. Even rumors that Melly and Sack Chaser were in an intimate relationship.
Look how fucking tall he is. Like, he's tall as fuck. Look at Melly is small as shit. Look at this, damn.
There was jealousy. There's an alleged video of Melly admitting to the murder, but it was just him singing Kevin Gates lyrics. There's a message he sent to a random Instagram account the night of the murder that says, "I did that," but with no context provided. But again, all rumors and very low evidence. It seems
Exactly, so don't fucking say this shit acting like it is real. Like, stop fucking, nah. Fuck this dude, bro. Fuck
like
this
the
dude. I ain't gonna lie.
prosecutors have an extremely weak case. There is no confirmed murder weapon, and there is no intent. So to charge someone for first-degree premeditated murder and seeking the death penalty, they need a very strong case. Also, keep in mind we have no idea what Melly's defense is going to be. 4 years later, and we still have only heard one side of the story. And since Melly has been locked up, his life has been rough. He pled not guilty in March of 2019. The next month, they announced that they were seeking the death penalty. He announced in June that he would be home soon, and was seen in court smiling. Melly vs. Melvin was his third studio album released while he was locked up, which eventually goes gold, and it
Yeah, that album's great.
spent 31 weeks on the Billboard 200 albums chart. Then in March of 2020, he's seen smiling in court again. In April, he tested positive for COVID-19. He'll be filing a motion for restricted release in hopes of better care due to any jails not being prepared to treat
When does this video come out? Oh, okay, so it was a couple months before the trial. Okay.
this new virus. He hopes for your support and to recover soon. Pray for Melly, send positive energy to him please. Despite his health, he was allegedly involved in several fights with inmates, guards, alongside
That shit happens all the time.
inmates, etc., causing him to lose his privileges and send him to solitary confinement for
70 days? Wow. Oh, holy shit. Overflowing of the toilet. Come on.
70 days. Then YNW Bortland was granted house arrest.
70 days though, bro? Damn, that's over a month. Wow, that's like, how many months is that? Like 2? Like, oh no, it's like 3 months almost.
Which is
Wait. I'm not even trying to do math here, man.
extremely uncommon for someone to get released facing the severity of these charges. His team released another project in 2021, Just a Matter of Slime, which had an insane list of features. Trying to hold on
Yeah, that album was alright. I mean, it didn't hit like Melly versus Melvin, but it was still good.
onto the audience that is still there to support him. His physical condition got worse when it was reported that he had an abscess in his lower jaw, which is a bad chronic infection because of his diamond implants. He was denied dentist visits, a regular
That's bullshit, bro. Like that's not fair. That's nah.
toothbrush or floss because they can be used as weapons. People suspected that the jail are trying
Then watch him use it. The fuck?
to torture and break him down while he awaits this trial.
I told you.
In March of 2022, he filed for a speedy trial and was granted it. We thought we were going to get the answers. Then it was pushed back a month, then another, and ultimately
They've pushed it back so many times. This is almost 3 years ago the first trial was. And then it was a mistrial, supposed to be in October of 2023. Then it was November, December, then January of 2024. Went through the whole year. Then it's supposed to be October of 2024. Then it wasn't. Then they went the whole year of 2025, saying it was going to be in January, June, July, September, then October again, then December. And it's now December now, and we're not having it. Like, come on. And now it got pushed to 2027. That's ridiculous.
postponed indefinitely.
How is this even legal? Like,
in May of 2022, after his own defense decided to rescind their speedy trial notion. There was another report that an inmate snitched on him and said he had shanks and
stop with this bullshit.
pipe bombs in his cell, and he was trying to escape. But when they investigated, there was nothing. However, they did find weapons in someone else's cell close to him, so they were trying to pin it on Melly. At the end of 2022, he had made multiple long posts on his Instagram begging
Stop.
for help, citing specific officers that are abusing their powers, mistreating him, revoking his phone access, only letting him out of his cell for 1 hour a day, watching his every move, threatening to beat him up, and making sure his family never hears from him, cutting off all his communication with others, and straight up torturing him.
Damn, he alright, let's see who he tagged here. Say Cheese TV, shout out to them. Academics, fuck you. No Jumper, shout out No Jumper. Meek Mill, Kim Kardashian, and 300 Entertainment, and Joe Biden. I think that Trump should pardon Melly, ain't gonna lie.
Instagram posts let us know the type of inhumane treatment that YNW Melly is facing right now. Now, reminder, he has not been found guilty of anything, so this treatment is definitely excessive. Going into 2023, we still do not have a trial date. 4 years, Melly has been behind bars, waiting to know his fate. The prosecutors have 600 pages of DNA, ballistic evidence.
Shut up, Cap.
Witnesses lying, Melly's own suspicious statements on social media, but they don't have a murder weapon, they don't have intent, and apparently they don't have anyone willing to testify against him. If Melly did this, it would be considered one of the most heinous crimes in rap history, but we don't know what his defense will be. So as of right now, he is innocent.
There you go, man. That was the video, man. The disturbing world of YNW Melly from this motherfucker, Patrick, bro. Bunch of misinformation here. He was capping. He was definitely against Melly the whole time. You know, it wasn't accurate, especially after the trial. I think he should do a new video on it. I ain't gonna lie, man. But hey, it's whatever. He can have his own opinion. I can have mine, man. Please subscribe. Get me the fun 100. 500 subscribers, man. We're almost fucking there, man. I'm trying to get to it by the end of December, and it's December 16th today. So please get me there, man. We're almost there, man. I know y'all can do it. Everybody watching this shit, subscribe right now. Like the video. Comment down below what y'all want next, man. And I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time.